Hey guys, Skylar here coming at you from the green corner. We are going to get our flowering plants and our veg plants defoliated today. We are at the end of week 3 in flower, so the stretch should be pretty much done. We want to get these lower nodes cleared out and all of this bigger leaf cleared out on the inside to make room for the airflow through there. As well as get rid of any larf, that's little buds on the bottom that end up not getting enough light and in turn being airy little nugs. So we want to get those out of there so we're not wasting precious energy on those. I'm just trying to finish up my pre-stream safety meeting real quick and then we'll get right to work. I do commercial cultivation for a cannabis company here in Colorado. I'm also a certified Colorado private applicator and integrated pest management specialist. So if you guys have any questions about your own canopies or any pest questions, anything like that, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. If you guys know of anybody who may benefit from the stream, whether they grow or they just like grow content or plant content, whatever, send them that link so we can get the page shared out there and help get the education out there to people who need it. We'll save the rest of that for here in a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and pull up a lot of the bottom leaf down here. And, oh, I forgot my scissors. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Got my scissors. I want to use my scissors while I'm cutting off the inner buds. Whoops. Excuse me. I want to use my scissors to make sure that we're not getting any string pulls or anything like that. A lot of times, when you go to pull off these little inner nodes, it'll pull a string, kind of like a hangnail, and it'll tear off other buds that you don't want torn off. So for the bud sides, or the nodes, the inner nodes and lower nodes, we're going to make sure we utilize those scissors. But the leaf is breaking off pretty nicely, so we're just going to use our fingers for the leaves. Let's see. We're going to start with something like that. We've got this. I would also like to clear this. We're clearing about the bottom third of the plant, and that's to make a nice little pest barrier for us, make it harder for them to get up into the canopy, as well as cutting off any future larf. Larf is nodes on the lower part of the plant that don't get enough light and thus don't put on enough mass and end up being real light and airy, and it is just a waste of energy for the plant in the long run. So we want to get that out of there before the plant's using energy on nodes that aren't really going to produce anything for us. Take that off, trying to make sure we get off any leaves that are overlapping. The overlap is where the powdery mildew likes to get in there. It'll get in there because of the humidity in the room, and it'll create a little pocket right there where the water stays, and then that powdery mildew is able to grow in there. So we want to make sure we get that out of there. Good. Take that off. If you guys have questions about your own canopies, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. We're here to help anybody and everybody that wants some extra knowledge or needs an extra hand in the canopy. So, this is a place where people of all grow experience can come and ask their questions without worrying about judgment or being ridiculed or anything like that. So don't be afraid to drop those questions in the chat, and we'll make sure that we're getting everybody taken care of. Again, making sure we're getting all of those leaves that are overlapping and stuff to make sure that we're not getting any microclimates or air pockets in there. Ow. Cheers. I appreciate you stopping by. I gotta close it out and open it back up real quick because my fucking comments. There we go. Hasholio. Cheers, my brother. Organic grown seeds. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Galaxy. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate y'all showing up for the stream. Sorry, I jumped down there for a second. For some reason, when I first start the streams, it likes to disappear my freaking chat. So I have to exit out and bring it back up. But usually we only have to do it once per stream. So that should be out of the way now. Close or cut off this little inner node here. It's just going to create a little pocket right there. Since we've got this one, we're going to keep that one. Oof, they're super light today, so we definitely are watering after this as well. We're in week 3, so we're putting on that bulk right now, utilizing the General Hydroponics Flora series, as well as the Box Farm Dry Newts Bloom, I don't know, trio, I guess. It's the Cha-Ching, Open Sesame, and Beastie Buds. So we utilize the Fox Farm in flower to try and help boost the phosphorus and potassium and help that bud growth. Just checking out all of our different sites here, making sure that everything looks good. Beautiful. So this one right here is a sour brie mix. It was from a pheno hunt that I was doing for a commercial company here in Colorado. They ended up getting their plant count extended and moving their pheno hunt in-house. So I was able to keep this one and some Lemon Head Delight, which was also part of their pheno hunt. And we're taking them through and seeing how beautiful they come out in the end. Oh, there we go. So if you guys saw the stream, I think it was beginning of the week, maybe? Pretty sure it was the beginning of the week or end of last week, maybe. But during the stream, I had forgotten to pH the water. And this, you can see, is pH burn. Just from that pH. No, that doesn't look like pH burn. What is that? But this. And that's just from the pH fluctuating too much. Not a super big deal. We'll get it taken off of there. And make sure we're pHing next time. It was hot, so we were in a bit of a hurry. And messed that up, but it'll be all right. Let's see. It's already getting warm in here today. When I first came in earlier, I had gotten the swamp coolers filled up, and then I went to shower, and my wife and daughter decided that they needed some breakfast, so we got that taken care of real quick, got them fed, and got my wife ready for her work meeting so she can get that done and get to bed. She works overnight, so she sleeps during the day, but she's got a mandatory meeting at fucking 1 p.m. right in the middle of when she's supposed to be sleeping, so she'll be taking care of that and getting to bed, but I had to get in here and get these taken care of. I think I'm going to cut this little node out down here. You can see it's kind of congested right here. Just keeping an eye on everything. Since it's been so hot, I want to make sure that nothing's herming out. Making sure we're not getting any pollen sacs or anything popping up. With the heat stress, that can cause your plants to hermaphrodite, and it's been getting up to like 90, 95 over on this side at some points during the heat of the day. So yeah, we're just making sure that there's no herms or anything, and making sure that everything's looking proper. Don't think it's a herm, but I don't know. Just making sure. You see some of these smaller nodes don't have any pistils on them, so that makes me a little nervous. It's a lot of the lower nodes that would have been shaded out before we got all of the stuff taken off here, so I'm just trying to ensure that we're not having any surprises. It's always a pain in the ass when you get this far and then you have something like that happen, so we're going to try and keep an eye on everything, make sure we're not having any problems like that. If you guys have questions about your canopy, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. Specca, I appreciate you showing up, brother. I saw that your package got delivered. I hope you like your shirt and your sticker. And I'm sure I'm saying your name wrong. If you want to put how to say it in the chat, I'll get that corrected. Found and removed 2 more pollen sacs today. Damn. Hell yeah, make sure you're spraying them with that spray bottle first and neutralizing any pollen that's going to try and come off there. Seeing some little something on here. So it looks like just some deposits on this one. Let's see, where is it? It's going to be right on this leaf, right in here. Yeah, there you go. It's kind of hard to see, but there's just some deposits. It almost looks like powdery mildew, but it's from the final sulfur spray that I did. Ooh, this. That might be some the start of some powdery mildew on that one. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it. Flip around the camera. So you can see those little spots that are starting to turn white there. They look a little different than our sulfur deposits. And that's why we're making sure you can see some sulfur deposits in here. But these ones, they're a little more translucent. So that might be the start of some PM down there. And that is exactly why. Ah, perfect fit. Hell yeah. Beautiful. I'm so glad it fits, brother. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see. What the fuck is this? Yeah, it looks like we might have some PM starting down in the bottom of this one. Oh, these are down in here. That's sulfur. That one's sulfur. It's a fun little game. Sulfur powdery mildew. Excuse me, goodness gracious. Cut that shit off. That ain't doing nothing for us. I mean, really, all this shit that I fucking tried to low stress train, since it was just the bottom branches, it didn't really work out for us on this plant. This one was one of our twins. It's actually two clones that grew together in the easy cloner because we put them in one collar. So you can see it's two distinct plants there, and we did pull them apart. And then I tried to do a little bit of low stress training on some of these lower branches, but since the upper part didn't get trained at all, it's all just booming up here, and then down here where it's not getting the proper light or the energy, it's not doing much for us. So just looking at everything here. Again, that is pH damage from not buffering the water that one time. But all in all, we're looking pretty good over here. Just, again, making sure that nothing's turning out with that heat during the day, since we are in the peak of freaking summer now. Here in the desert, it is making it a little rougher on our plants, but I don't want to go as far as like switching my light cycle or anything like that. So we're running it. Whoops. We're just doing what we can to make sure we've got enough relative humidity in here to keep our VPD low and our plants from stressing out too much. This one is getting quite a bit taken off of the bottom. Again, like I said, I tied some of the bottom shit down and stunted it quite a bit, so we are just taking that bottom stuff out of there, and we're going to focus on the colas. All of this upper stuff, we did get the twins skirted pretty good in the beginning, since it was so much shit in here with 2 of them. So we did get that cleared out pretty early, but we want to ensure we're staying on top of everything and getting the airflow and the microclimates taken care of. We want to make sure we get that air flowing through the canopy nice and easily to make sure that powdery mildew can't germinate there, or it makes it a more hostile environment for things like thrips, fungus gnats, a lot of the common pests that we see in cannabis. The more hostile of an environment it is for them, obviously the less they want to be there and the harder it is for them to establish a colony there. So you want to make that a hostile environment for them and a happy environment for your ladies. So when you have your air pushing through the canopy, you want to make sure that it's not whipping your plants. If it's whipping them like that, then that's going to cause a lot of windburn. Even like, I don't know, let's kick this fucker up. So you can see they're kind of whipping a lot harder and they're not dancing like they were. That's what you don't want to see. You want more of just a, excuse me, you want more of a gentle dance coming from them, and that's making sure that the air is getting through there, but it's not whipping the plants around and tearing off the waxy outer layer on the plants. That waxy outer layer is what helps protect it, and if you're whipping the plant around and tearing that off, then you're opening up your plants to pathogens and pests. Check the chat. Sorry guys, I've been turned around a lot. How often do you look at the backside of your leaves with a scope? I don't look at the backside of the leaves too often. I can usually see things like thrips and shit without the scope. But yeah, I usually wait to use the scope till the end, really, or yeah, the end, like about when I'm checking for the trichome colors, or doing like the flower audit at the end after everything's cured up and stuff. But other than that, I don't use it too much during the grow process, unless I see something real funny. Then I'll start pulling it out and looking. Like if I start seeing pest damage or anything like that, I'll first look just with my eyes, and then if I can't see anything, then I'll pull out a magnifying glass. If that still doesn't work, I have a 200x scope that hooks right up to my phone. It's a Spider Farmer scope, so I've got tools. I just don't utilize them probably as much as I should. As much as I could. I don't know about as much as I should. Sounds like it just add a lot of time to the time I spend in the canopy, which hard to get bitched at sometimes, so. I try to save the microscope work for the end, after we've got everything taken care of and we're getting ready to smoke it. We want to look at those trichomes and see how everything's looking under the microscope. But until then, I don't really use it too much. By taking off the lower leaves and the inner nodes, we're forcing that the auxins, which is like the growth hormones, we're pushing that from all of this stuff down here up into the colas and helping to put fatter nuggets on there, as well, fatter nugs on there, as well as more like cannabinoids and shit up into the colas, rather than having it spread out amongst all the lower stuff as well. So that'll lead to bigger colas. And then, like I said, it also creates a gap between the grow medium and the foliage. So it takes out the environment where things like thrips like to live, and well, at least for the first, I believe it was like third of their life, they live up in the canopy and then they drop into the substrate. So it takes out a lot of that environment, makes it more hostile, harder for them to get up into the canopy, which is where they like to lay their eggs. They like to go and lay it right in the plant tissue. So if you take that area out, you take their home out, which makes it harder for them to establish a colony in your plant. That looks pretty good. You can see we've got good airflow going through there. Still have a lot of nodes in here. Everything looks really good. I left quite a bit more on this one and the inside here. The nodes do have a little bit more room on this one, and we took a lot more off the bottom, so I want to save some of that up there. How many watts are your lights? So this one right here, I believe, is our 3,000 watt. Yeah, so this one's our 3,000 watt. That's a 2,000 watt. They're both Mars Hydro. They've got the dimmers and all that good stuff. Hey, they're not as dirty as I thought they were going to be. Hell yeah. So, they're the Mars Hydro lights. They've got the dimmers on them. We are up almost all the way. I'm glad we looked. We do want to be all the way now. Whoop. So Mars Hydro TS3000 on that one. This one, the light's pretty much all the way up. Kick it up a little bit more, and this one should be the 2000. Yeah. Like I said, both Mars Hydro. We have a 3,000 watt and a 2,000 watt on the other side as well. Actually, I think we have two 2,000 watts and a 3,000 watt over on that side, but our last round was like 12, I think, something like that. So it was twice as big as this, so we needed that extra light in there. Wow, these are so light. So sad. They're so thirsty. Switch everything around a little bit here. All right. Got a little Nomi hanging out. All right. Hell yeah. Yeah, so that's probably the actual output, but since they're LED and everything, it does give more, oh god, photons, I can't think, sorry guys, it does deliver enough light to the plants though. For the 2000, I think is a 4x4 footprint. God, I can't remember now. I bought them so long ago. Or it might be a 4x4 in veg and a 2x2 in flower. God, I can't remember now. I don't want to go trying to give you specs when I can't remember. But I don't know. They work just fine in the greenhouse for me. We make sure that everything's getting enough light, but not tacoing, and yeah, we're looking pretty good to me, man. I think in veg we have two 2000 watts. Keep setting my scissors in different spots. Try and pull you guys up a little bit. I had you guys back a little further to make wind wasn't ears. There you go. Make it a little easier for you guys to see. Oh shit. Trying to get some of the bigger leaf out of here so we can see exactly what all we got going on down in the middle. This one got a little bit better of a training on it. Wow, yeah, once I get all this leaf out, we'll really take a look at it. But we got this one stretched out really good, and you can see how much the inner nodes are blowing up, or blew up rather, because this was an inner node. The actual top is right here, I think. Yeah. So the actual top to this one's right here. And then this is another top from down here. But this is off that same branch. Yeah, we're gonna take a good look once I get all the extra leaf off and we can actually see what's going on. Trying to leave a lot of the stuff on this to see how all of it grows. This is my first time really doing a low stress training like this, so I want to see how well it turns out. But we definitely want to make sure that we're not going to get any powdery mildew or anything like that in here as well. So being a little more picky with this plant than I normally am, but she looks really good though. If you guys have questions about your canopy, drop them in the chat and I'll make sure that we're getting everybody taken care of. If you guys know of anybody who grows or likes grow content, send them the link to the channel. Help us get the word out there that we're trying to share the education and really help anybody that shows up and asks. So it's a judgment-free zone. No ridicule, no bullshit, no bro science. Just a place where growers can get together and chat and bounce ideas off of each other, share their experience, and you know, just congregate really. So okay, so that one is sulfur. Just shows you how fucking similar they look. Making sure we're not missing any questions. I appreciate everybody who's showed up to the stream today. You guys are great. I appreciate all of the support. I think we're getting a great community started here. And it's just going to continue to grow as more people find the channel. We're giving out, free grow information that a lot of people charge money for and shit, as far as, different programs and certifications that you can get, different shit like that. But I believe in cannabis. I believe it's in its medicinal value. If you couldn't tell by all the fucking scars on my body, I was in a car accident at the end of 2021, and it left me in a coma for 23 days. And after that, I got out of the coma. I was in the hospital for like 13 days doing rehab and shit. And then I got out of there, and they gave me like a week's worth of pain meds. No, not like a week. It was a week's worth of pain medication after, 23 days in a coma. So I ended up looking for alternatives, and, I've used cannabis since I was young and grown cannabis, but never looked at it really medicinally until I had my medical card before this. I did have it just because of the job that I had to hold it to make sure that I didn't get in trouble at my job. But after my accident, then I really started looking at utilizing it as like tinctures and salves and in all the different forms that it can be utilized. And I started doing caregiving for a while, and then getting into the commercial industry. So I do commercial. Oh, see, look at that. What pops the top off? No good. I do commercial cultivation for a company here in Colorado, as well as integrated pest management. I've been doing cultivation for about 3.5 years and integrated pest management for about 3 of those years. So I've got a lot of knowledge. If you guys have questions, or if you know anybody who's having troubles with their grow, or just isn't getting the quantities that they want, or things, that we may be able to help with, send them that link, and we'll do everything we can to help. Cut off this guy. So this one I'm actually going to cut off. It does look like a nice little branch, but with it hanging down here, once this starts getting weight on it, it's just going to end up laying. So we're just going to take it off, call those hitchhikers. Man. I don't know. This one I want to come over a little bit, even though it's a little late to be messing with it too much. I want to make sure that it's pulling this way, and we're trying to keep its branches out of the rest of the plant. Trying to keep everything separate, but together. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. The growth on these is just fantastic. Cut off that. Gonna cut off this little guy. Cut off this one. Make a little bit more air coming through here. Starting to be able to see some of the inner stuff here. We'll get in there and really look at it. here in just a second. We are almost done getting the leaf and stuff out of here. I just want to make sure that everything's got good airflow and we're not getting any powdery mildew growth anywhere or dealing with any of that bullshit. Ooh. So that's what I was talking about when I said it's like a hangnail. That's why I like to utilize the snips when we're doing the actually taking the nodes off. Got lazy and fucking tried to pull it off, and that's why we don't do that. So perfect educational moment. So we've got some damage here. Thinking it's probably a caterpillar. Ooh, we got a little something here. Put that off to the side. Excuse me. Just looking to see what it might be that's causing us some problems here. Got a little more damage on that leaf, so I'm just really trying to take a look at the underside. See anything on that one? If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. We'll make sure everybody gets taken care of. Whew, starting to get warm. Oh, excuse me. Again, I appreciate everybody who's showed up for the chat and for the stream. I appreciate everybody's support. All right. Hey, Aqua, or I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how to say your name, brother, but thanks for showing up to the chat. So, what I'm looking for on the underside, sorry, I'll read it out loud. I think I set it up so our chat afterwards can see it too. But a lot of times you can see on the underside when shit like thrips are crawling on there, you can look along the little veins here and see that. I don't see anything on this one. As far as being able to, let's see, being able to recognize different stress from the veins, I'm sure you probably can. I haven't read up like that deep into the horticulture side like that much. It is, you know, stuff I am still continuing to learn about, but I don't want to give you bullshit. But yeah, I was just looking to see if there was any type of pests on the underside of the leaves. A lot of time the thrips, they'll like to march along these stems and the veins and everything, and you'll catch them in there. But I don't see anything in that one. Yeah, I'm seeing what was trying to see if I could find what was causing that damage to the leaves, but I don't see anything in here. I was thinking maybe it was a caterpillar, because it doesn't look like thrift damage really, but I'm not seeing anything in here, so I'm not exactly sure what might be causing the damage. Excuse me. Sorry, just a flat reply got me. No. Anyways, no, I think he was just saying a lot of times you can tell, like with the pH imbalance, how it creates the funky spots on the leaves. I think he was saying that a lot of different stress will create funky spots in the veins and shit too, and asking if there's a way to tell that way. I believe that's what he was asking, but like I said, I haven't done like the horticultural science that far into it. I'm sure there is ways to tell different stresses by different signs on the veins, but you probably have to ask someone with the actual horticultural or not like the actual biological maybe, or yeah, someone with a little more knowledge down on the microscopic level. Trying to debate. I think I'm going to take this inner one out here. Woo. So you can see the one I'm talking about is this one right here. And I'm probably going to take it out because we do have a lot up in that area right now. The top of it's kind of going up into this one. And this one's a lot stronger than that one. If we could really get it to just like, oh, push that way a little bit without breaking. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we just leave it now that it's busted, huh? Nah, we'll just cut it off. Okay. Boop. All right, that piece is gone. Sorry, guys. I want this piece to go more in this way. And then we can cut this piece off at the lower node. Not feel bad about that one. Cut this one off. All right. That looks pretty good. Just a lot of good nodes in here that are lower nodes, which usually I just cut right off, but since we did that training, it's looking fantastic. So you can see the training is we pulled down the different branches and got them tied off to the sides, and then in the middle here you can see we really got it split down the middle. Nothing broke, which is fucking phenomenal. That one did bend, but it just created a nice knuckle right there. It didn't break or anything. So, and still getting plenty, well, maybe not. I was gonna say it's still getting plenty of fucking feed, but looks like it really did cut the top feed, top nutrition off of there, and these two are what came off of that instead. So that was probably a little more stress than I should have put on it right there. That bend, you can see that we had some sort of deficiency right there, and that's probably because that xylem got bent. The xylem is the straw inside of the plant that it sucks the nutrients through. And since we got that bend in the xylem right there, it's like trying to suck through a bent straw. One that's not like a bendy straw, but a straight straw that you fucking bent in half. And if you've ever done that, you know that it's a lot harder to get anything through that straw. All right. That last one was another sour premix. This one's another sour premix, it looks like. Oh my god. Yep. Damn it. Brought the cocoa over in front of the swamp cooler, and it blew cocoa right in my eye, son bitch. Alright. Next, we've got another sour premix. I think we might have a 3 and 3 cut, or 3-2, 3 sour premix, 2 lemon head delights. Yeah. Yes, that looks to be the case. And this one's a twin, and that other lemon head delight that I showed earlier is a twin. This one is also a twin. So we've got, oh look, both of the lemon head delights that we kept are twins, and then one of the sour premix, this one right here, are twins. So those twins are just ones that got put in the easy cloner in one color, and the root masses grew together. So instead of ripping them apart and causing extra stress, I just planted them in the same pot. Got a little hitchhiker down here that is getting shaded out anyways, so little shitbag looking one. And again, we're just checking everything out. Since it was one of the lower nodes and not getting as much light, I want to make sure we're not getting any herms or anything. I think we're okay on this one. Just like to make sure we're going through and looking real close at everything as we go through. Make sure we're not getting any questions in the chat. God damn it. There we go. Possible spider mite damage? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out. I don't see any spider mites or anything yet, so I am keeping an eye out though, making sure that nothing's fucking popping up. I haven't seen any webs or anything as well, which you normally see with spider mites. So we're looking okay so far. There's a possible thrip right there, but not a spider mite. Let's see if I can get you guys a better look. The thrips are super fucking tiny. That little white spot right at the end of my finger, that's what I'm talking about. The stippling. Yeah, I believe it's leftover from the thrips we had. Oh shit, sorry guys. I didn't realize I fucking muted it when I was trying to turn it around. Sorry. Thank you for the heads up, Specca. I appreciate that. So the stippling is probably from the thrips that we had early on. I do believe we got rid of them for the most part, but they may be trying to make a little comeback. I am planning on getting in here with either some azosol or some no-fly. And probably the azosol. It's an insect growth regulator and anti-feedant, and it actually is, oh god damn it, there's a word for it. It actually soaks into the plant, into the leaf surface and the plant tissue. That way when the thrips come out and start trying to feed on it, they automatically get infected. Again, super hard to see, but right in here. See if we can do it with turning the sound off this time. So it looks like just some baby thrips in here. Super hard to see. Right at the end of my thumb there. And so yeah, it looks like we may just have some thrips trying to repopulate in here. Since it is early flower, it is still a perfect time to get the azodactrin or azosol sprayed in here, and we can get that in the leaf surface tissue. That way when the thrips come out to feed, they get infected by that anti-feedant and insect growth regulator. and they die off within like 3 to 5 days. They stop feeding, they stop molting, they stop breeding, and then they die off. So but yeah, very good eye, Hasholio. I appreciate you, my brother. If you guys know of any independent musicians that would like to be featured on the stream, have them send me an email at thegreencornerpod@gmail.com. Get us some background music on the stream, get them some free airtime. I've been playing some of Embervine's stuff. They've allowed us to use their music on the stream, but I keep getting copyright warnings or whatever from YouTube, even though I know Sean, who is the singer, songwriter, and guitarist for Embervine, and apparently there's no way for him to put me on like a whitelist where I can fucking play it without getting copyright warnings. So I have to go through and put disputes in every time I fucking use any of Embervine's music. So until I get that all figured out, I may play some here and there, but it's not going to be on every single stream all the time. So if you guys have anybody that you know of that would like to be featured on the stream and have their music played, have them email me. Again, that's thegreencornerpod@gmail.com. And we'll get them featured on the stream. Helps you guys out. Give you guys something to listen to. Give me something to listen to while we work. And gives them some free airtime. So. Yep. Stippling is an indicator of thrips or spider mites. You are correct, Galaxy. I was saying, when did you put that in there? 103. Yeah. So, I was saying we did have some thrips in there previously, and I found a couple little baby ones. So, I believe it is from the thrips that we had. And I am going to get azosol sprayed on there. And it's an insect growth regulator, and there we go. Insect growth regulator as well as anti-feeding. So it makes them stop feeding, breeding, and eating. Or feeding, breeding, and molting. Getting some of this lower stuff peeled off. And again, just checking to make sure everything looks good. Got some little, whoop, there it is. I can't see it. But little calyx on that baby. Get some little baby calyx. Try and get this cleared out a little bit better, and we'll be done with this plant. All right. That looks pretty good to me. All right, we got this one to do, and then we'll be getting everything watered and heading over to the veg side. I'm excited. We are just under 1 month away from the Western Slope Cannabis Cup and Rendezvous. I don't have anything in it this year, but I have been asked to be a judge, so I'm going to be on the other side. I've never been on the judges panel, so that's going to be quite the experience. I'm pretty fucking thrilled for that. How much time do I typically spend in my garden each day? It just depends on what I've got to do. It's anywhere from 1 hour to 4 or 5 hours. If I don't have really anything to do other than make short and get the swamp coolers filled up, then I'm in and out of here in probably like an hour. Maybe hour and a half, because I do still go through and look at everything, make sure everything's looking good. But I don't spend too much time. And then on days like this, I'll probably be in here for total like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5. But if it gets too crazy, we'll call it off for today and finish it up tomorrow, but we should be able to get everything cleared out pretty easy. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, no problem, Galaxy. I appreciate you showing up to the stream and hanging out on a regular. Trying to start getting some more people hooked up with that mod badge as we're getting the community growing and getting out there more. We don't usually have too many problems with trolls and shit, because I usually just ignore them or fucking I'm polite so they get bored with that shit. But yeah, we don't usually have too many troll problems, but it's always nice to have you guys in the chat. Plus, it helps show my appreciation for you guys and your constantly being on the live streams and being engaged in the chat, asking questions, giving answers to others, and really just helping the community start to grow and thrive. So I appreciate you guys. Like other than like Chief, Fabian, now we've got 3 others with Galaxy, Specca, and our first was Hasholio. We got Hasholio set up yesterday, I believe it, or no, not yesterday. We didn't stream yesterday. So the day before yesterday. And then we just got my boy Specca and Galaxy Solutions LLC hooked up with the mod badges. So. Oh man, I was on that Growing Old live stream yesterday when he was doing the show your grow stuff. That was pretty fucking cool. Nah, Sheba Cultivations, she had a really great grow. A lot of different shit going on. That was pretty cool to see. I didn't get much past hers. I did see Scum Life. I saw his as well. He's got some nice outdoor going. Nice little spot he's got set up. Gonna be a cool little hangout spot. Fucking. Of course, we saw Jeff's grow. Mr. Growing Old himself. He was showing his grow and his genetic stuff he's got going on right now. He's got some super cool shit going on too. Been trying to get up in his community a little more, be a little more active in there. He's got a lot of great community content and getting other growers on and doing shit like that. So that's really cool. I like seeing the community grow together and people really be able to show off their stuff in an environment where nobody's judging or talking shit. It's people just getting together and seeing what other people have going on, getting ideas from each other, learning from each other, and I really want to have that in this community as well. So we're definitely trying to, get stuff like that going on. Not so much like the show your grow stuff, not quite, but definitely trying to get that community engagement and getting people involved. So if you guys have ideas, let me know. Never really been a content creator or anything like that. I used to take care of the developmentally disabled or mentally handicapped till I became one. And then, oh, damn, that was karma, huh? Fucking shit. But yeah, I used to take care of the mentally handicapped, and then I got in my car accident and decided it wasn't safe for them, it wasn't safe for me, my coworkers, and decided it was time to move on. I ended up taking my retirement from that, pulling it and putting it into my greenhouse, and then had the bright idea one day that I could help more people by showing off my shit and how I grow and different shit like that, and maybe be able to get a community built. And it's awesome to see that there's other people already working on that as well. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Not really too much overlap. Everything's getting good air penetration, light penetration. Alright. Phew. Thank God we're done with that, because it's warm on this side. Close that. Alright. Now we've got to water. So I'm going to move you guys on up here. You were sitting on our water bucket. That should be about, excuse me, 5 or 6 gallons. Yeah, we just watered them heavy the other day. Let's see. We're going to, you know what? We're gonna bring this shit over here. It's too hot and I don't want to run back and forth. Plus, it's easier for me to keep an eye on the chat and shit when I bring you guys with me. Woo. I don't feel crazy trying to run back and forth. Shoo. Tablet's getting hot. Hey, Anthony. Cheers, my brother. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you, sir. Come on, there it goes. I thought it was hard to keep a large mother plant in a fast-growing system like aeroponics. So it is a little different to keep the large mother plants in the cocoa choir. But it makes it so that I can have those rounds going through every 6 weeks and not worrying about the plants not being ready to go into flower. But yeah, we've got, what, 5 on this side so far. Holy fuck, it's warm. Oh shit, I forgot the water. Whew. Bring that motherfucker over here. I appreciate everybody who stopped by the stream today. Hell yeah, I appreciate you coming by the stream, Anthony. Got you hooked up with that mod badge. I believe that's what you're saying appreciate it for. Oh, I'm growing old. Oh, okay, I get what you're talking about now. So yeah, the fucking, that giant mother plant that she had, I think she said it was in a hydroponic system. She said it was a water media, and it was in that big fucking tote. I think that's the one you're talking about, right? That shit was wild. Yeah, I'd never seen that before. But seemed like it was working for her. Trying to get all of the little floaties and shit off the top. We are doing 6 gallons. I'm gonna start with our Cali Magic, 5 milliliters a gallon, so 30 gallons total. Basically an aero cloner. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't stick around until she actually got the roots and everything showing. I was there when she showed it all off and everything, and she said she was going to show the roots, but I ended up having to get off and spend some time with the family. Yeah, I think she had said she thinks she gave it too much nitrogen. And that was why it looks like the leaves were trying to re-veg and shit. And she had that little clone underneath it that wasn't getting a lot of light too. But she said it was slowly getting roots. So, whatever works, man. We're going 5 milliliters a gallon for the micro as well. Yeah, I wish I could have stayed on the strain longer, but I had to get dinner made for the kids and then eat and then shower and get ready for bed. I did pop onto Chief's stream for, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes last night as well after I fucking fed the kids and everything, but then I had to go get in the shower. Ooh, almost fucked up. We're doing the flowering plants, so we want none of the nitrogen. We were just talking about that. Oh, Lord have mercy. That was a bad laugh, too. All right. We've got our bloom going 5 milliliters a gallon for that as well. Which is actually double what we give it in veg. But on top of that, we also do the Fox Farm. What are we doing now? Beastie Bloom, since we are in the bulking stage. And that helps jump that phosphorus and potassium ratios, which helps with that bud formation and density. We want a little bit of this. And we're just going to do a teaspoon per gallon. Since we have 6 gallons, that's 6 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to stir this aggressively. Almost messed up yet. You right. We were talking about that re-vegging and it got me all fucking sidetracked. But yeah, we want to slurry the Fox Farm nutrients in a little batch of warm water to make sure that they break down. And then we will get them poured into the rest of the nutrients. And then at that point, we will do our pH readings. And I won't forget this time. Where to put my... Oh, there it is. Stir this one up real good. Ooh. Oh, whoopsie. Wow, I'm having a problem. We're going to get this shit watered and then take a little safety meeting break. A little safe eating. Y'all know what I mean. Get our ladies watered now that they are defoliated. And forward. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Forgot the fucking nutrients. God damn. All right. Didn't pH it. Almost fucked it up again. Man, I gotta slow down. All right. I've got about almost 7 milliliters of pH down. Haven't tested the pH yet, but I already know we're gonna need pH down. I'm assuming it was probably at about 6.5 to 7. And with that pH down, we're probably at like 5.9. Let's see. USAP1. All right. Let's see. What do you guys think? Am I close? Did we stir this? I don't know if we did. Let's make sure. Make sure we're not just putting it in a pocket of pH down. All right. I'm going to say 5.9. After we got that 6 milliliters. Oh, I was off. Oh, 6.4. Really? That means our water must have been significantly harder today. Okay. So we're at 6.3. We want to be between 5.8 and 6.2. So I'm going to get just a little bit more pH down. All right, we've got about another 4. That'll make it about 10 total that we put in here. Make sure we rinse out our graduated cylinder. Give it a little stir. Oh, being right in front of this air does feel good. All right, let's see what it is. $6.21. Man, our water is hard today. All right, 6.1. So it's right in the middle there. Hey, Sin, cheers, my brother. Thanks for showing up for the stream. We're just getting our flowering ladies watered now. We already went through and got everything defoliated. Just got our nutrients mixed up, pH, and we're gonna get everything watered real quick, and then we'll hop over to the veg side. Yeah, you can see right down there, we've got some water going on. So we've got that runoff running down here. That's what we want to see. We want 10 to 20% runoff on every watering to make sure we're not getting any salt buildup in the root zone. That salt buildup will spike your electrical conductivity or your EC, causing that tip burn from the nutrients. Beautiful. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. Just smoking some hash. Fuck yeah. That's what's up. I've got to make me some bubble hash here soon. I've got, I don't even know how much fucking, I've got quite a bit of trim and just some small buds. Some of the shit that I didn't want to fight with putting through the trim bag and all that shit. So we just threw it in the in our shake bag and shit. And we're going to turn that into bubble hash. Some of it we might turn into tinctures or salves. I haven't quite decided on all of it yet, but I know we're definitely going to be making some bubble hash. I haven't made any in a couple years, and I miss it. So, we're going to get some bubble hash made here soon. I've got a little portable RV washer, like clothes washer for your RV. So we throw the shake in a lingerie bag or a delicates bag, whatever you want to call it, and put it through the wash cycle on there, or the spin cycle, no, the wash cycle, get it agitating through there and everything with our ice water. Makes it super easy. We don't have to do all the hand stirring and all that bullshit. I definitely like to follow the work smarter, not harder motto. So, if I can find an easier way to do shit, that's what we do. Alright. Shoot, it's fucking hot. Alright. So we got everything defoliated. We got it all pruned up, lollipopped, and watered. Everything is looking real good. Getting that light penetration in there. airflow through it. Beautiful. Oh, hell yeah. Just smoking on a few buds of Kush I just dried. Hell yeah, Sin, that's what's up. Some GMO hash oleo. Hell yeah. Friend sent it as an early birthday present. Hell yeah, happy early birthday, Sin. GMO cookies is some really good flour. Never had the GMO hash. Tastes like garlic to me. Hell yeah. I can't remember if I've had the GMO fucking hash. Ooh, lemon haze sauce in a Carta 2 device. Hell yeah. Gotta love that. That, guys, my fucking... I went to spin the camera around and it fucking dumped me out of the stream. Shoo, look at that. Sweating like a whore in church. Be right back. Make sure I grab everything out of here. Leave the other bucket in here for a little more humidity. Woo! God damn! I'm just throwing you guys like a motherfucker. I'm sorry. Some bitch. Y'all jumped. Seen y'all were gonna jump. I said do a flip. I didn't really think you were gonna. All right. Make sure we're not missing any chats. Hell yeah. That lemon haze, that's what's up. I got some lemon cookies at the house. And then I've got some super lemon haze seeds that I may be popping here soon. Beans, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Since YouTube wants me dumb. I think it's stupid as shit. But I actually do utilize my shit medicinally and have my card and everything, so. One of the few people who's probably actually doing it legally. Shoo. Man, this motherfucker. Just trying to fall. Buckets out of here. Woo. God damn. It's only fucking 2 o'clock. It's not even late yet, and it's fucking, or not even peak fucking time. Peak heat yet. Stupid. Oh. Oh. Lemon cherry gelato sounds fucking delicious. Best rosin you've got is Barbara Bud. Hell yeah. Some from Ethos to try. Hell yeah. Oh. Take a little safety meeting real quick. Ow. Burn my nose hairs. That was fucked up. Got the turtle hanging out. nice. Alright. Get this shit done. Keeping an eye on my dad's picking up my kiddos tonight. Grandma's in town from Idaho, and they're going over to spend time with her. So their great grandma. I've got to be out of here about another 45 minutes or so. I think he gets off at 2:30. Probably text him and make sure. Plants are popping 9-finger leaves. Hell yeah. Sorry, guys. Apparently my son's being a little terror for his other grandma. If it's not one thing, it's another. Got me saying, oh brother. Check the chat. Planet of the Grapes. Ooh, nice. I have not. Sounds good though. Excuse me. Being lazy, pulled it off again. Got another fucking hangnail. Stomach. Man, if you guys know any independent artists, independent musicians, have them hit me up at thegreencornerpod@gmail.com. We'll get them featured on the stream. Get us some background music going. Make the stream a little more palpable, huh? And then you're not listening to me saying the same shit over and over again. I was watching my stream last night from the other day and was disgusted with how many times I was saying, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. So that's why I've only said that shit a couple times today. Oh, I figure y'all know you can drop your questions in the chat if you've got them. I don't need to say it 100 times during the stream. Now we've got some mods in there that can let people know they can drop questions and shit as well too. So make it a little better on everybody's ears. Getting a lot of this lower shit cut off of the skunk mom here. And a lot of these nodes that are just shooting towards the insides. I am going to take these to flower here in another round or two. A lot of people don't take their mothers to flower just because they get so big, but I don't want to waste all this fucking mass. I did think about putting them outside, but it's getting a little late for that. And I want to make sure they've got plenty of time to get that stretch on and really get a good flower time in. So Mendo. Oh shit. Rub-a-dub from Mendo. And Blueberry Muffin Skunk 1 from Odin. Fuck yeah. Ah, what the fuck? What do we... There we go. And Sheba from Miss K's Garden. Falcon Heavy V12. X8s in space. Oh shit. Falcon Heavy V12 times 8s in space times GDP times Skunk 1 across I made last season. Fuck yeah, Anthony. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Same Falcon Heavy V12. Fuck yeah. 8s in space, PNW cultivar crossing with GDP and Skunk 1. Fuck yeah, man. Sounds like some great crosses you got going on, brother. One of these days I'll get into doing all that, but for now, I just don't have the time. I already get in trouble for spending so much time in here. But between having to take care of the plants, making the content, uploading content, keeping track of the channel, and answering questions and shit that we get in the comments and everything, it does take up a lot of time, so I can understand where my wife's coming from, but it's what I love to do as far as growing and cultivating and teaching, really. So just helping people in general, really, I enjoy. So she understands. Ooh, getting real woody down here on the bottom. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, no problem, brother. Let's see, let's see. Would like to get in here a little more. Try and get some of this smaller shit out. Get that airflow through. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright. Make sure we're not missing anything. Have a couple super sour diesel and strawberry sakia from Odin going. Lactet from calves. Love Whip from Kindway Farms. Fuck yeah, man. Y'all got a bunch of good strains growing. I'm trying to bring back some of them OG strains, so this is just an OG got out of a bag seed handed down to me from my father. Or actually, this one's Orange Blossom Express. The one we just worked on was a skunk. This is Orange Blossom Express. That's a Bruce Banner, Candy Kush. Then we got Sour Premix, Lemon Head Delight on the other side. But yeah, these are going to be our legacy plants. We've got, like I said, some OG skunk from some bag seeds from back in the day. Got the Bruce Banner going, and that Candy Kush. So, super excited about those. I got the Orange Blossom Express planted because it's just one of my favorites. I grew it a few seasons ago, and had one of them herm on me. So I want to regrow it and try and see what we can really get it to do now that I've got a lot more knowledge than I did even 5 years ago. Excuse me. Whew. It's a little cooler on this side, still not cool enough though. Hell yeah, I'm excited about getting these genetics through. It's not anybody's specific genetics or anything, just like I said, some bag seeds from back in the day. So just some real OG strains that I want to bring back like a fucking dinosaur, man. We're going Jurassic Park up in this mug. Whew. Make sure we're not missing anything. You guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. If you guys know of any independent artists, have them email me at thegreencornerpod@gmail.com and get their music featured on the stream. It would give us some background music, give them some free airtime. Normally I play Haven Effect, but the last couple of times I've played them, I've got copyright warnings, and I'm actually disputing those right now, so trying to make sure that I don't get any strikes or anything. But if you guys know of any independent artists that own the rights to their music, Sean owns the rights to his music as well, but he's got a copyright through a third party, and they don't have a system that allows him to put me on like a whitelist so that I can play his music on the stream without worrying about it. And I'm having to go and dispute each of them, so if I can get that streamlined somehow, we'll be playing Embervine's music more, but until then, I'm just kind of making sure we're getting the work done and trying to drop any knowledge that I can while we're doing it. But you guys will probably hear me say a lot of the same shit. We do have people that bounce in and out of the stream though, so sometimes it's helpful to repeat ourselves and make sure that anybody new popping in knows what we're about. Just trying to build that community and make it a place where people of all grown knowledge and experience can come and ask questions, bounce ideas off of each other, and not have to worry about judgment or people being assholes or being ridiculed, anything like that. Nobody, I don't believe anybody grows perfect, and life happens, so it's always nice to have somewhere you can go and ask questions and get real answers and not have to worry about bro science and shit like that. If you guys know of anybody else who grows that might enjoy that type of environment and content, send them the link to the channel. As most of you know, I stream about 3 or 4 times a week, including a Saturday educational stream on different topics, cultivation and integrated pest management focused. And then we do streams throughout the week when we're working in the canopy, just showing you guys what we got going on and trying to drop some knowledge, get some eyes in the greenhouse and shit. Oh, I just got a leaf right up my nose. Oh, that's what it was. It pushed my fucking mustache up my nose. Oh. This out of there. It's getting a little wild. Not too bad, not too bad. 2 o'clock. All right. That looks pretty good. Holy cannoli. Looks much better though. What do you guys think? Collection of bag seeds when I was younger. Wish I had them now. Fucking A, man. I had so many fucking seeds too. And oh well. I never thought I'd actually grow it like this, man. So, it's definitely awesome though. Definitely a dream. Oh, we're out of water. Not cool, man. Oh. Got quite a bit taken off so far, though. Not bad, not bad. We've got about 3 more to go, but I'm thinking we may put those off until either tomorrow or Saturday. Maybe Saturday, and we may just skip the education stream, or we may, fuck, I don't know, man. Do that and then the education. I don't think I can get away with streaming 3 days in a row. I think my wife will kill me. Oh, man. We got going on in the chat. Yeah, lots of changes in the last years. Yeah, for sure. Fucking a lot of changes. Hopefully they get everything sorted out, though, and fucking get it figured out. Sorry, guys. Fucking Just was looking at that light, and it's a little high, but I think it'll be okay because I don't want to burn that Candy Kush right there. Oh, goodness. But we did get our 2 in the back, our biggest ladies, foliated. We've got these 3 still to do. Our clones from the last batch are looking really good. Getting ready to top them here soon, and then we'll be starting that low stress training. Or actually, nope, just kidding. We're going to top these ones, and these are going to be our future mothers. So this one may or may not. If you guys saw the transplant stream on last Monday, I think it was last Monday, this one had just the little tiniest root. Might have been 2 Mondays ago, but it had the littlest tiniest root, and I didn't think it was gonna make it, but it hasn't hardly shown any fucking wilt or anything, any droop, any real stress, and it's just kind of going for it. So maybe because it's an old skunk fucking seed, it's got good genetics, them real weed genetics, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, man, but it's gonna be a strong little plant for sure. Hell yeah, appreciate you, Anthony. So we did get a lot of that inner shit taken out. Really didn't want to take this leaf off. One's got to go too. Trying to leave some of the bigger top leaves off where we took the tops off. That way we've got solar panels on those little nodes, but those 2 were pushing into the middle and covering up in here. So we went ahead and got that shit taken off. This one's looking pretty good as well. Got a lot more airflow in there, a lot more light penetration to those inner nodes and lower nodes. Still got to fix that sulfur that we've got on the outside there, but all in all, we're looking pretty good. These 3 still need the defoliation. You can really see the sulfur in there. So you can see it's not growing or anything. It's more chalky and less growth-like. So that's how you can tell the difference between powdery mildew and sulfur deposits or millstop. Any of your biological powders you might use. That was because we didn't use enough yucca wet, which is our surfactant. But it'll be all right. We'll get that taken care of. Pop on over to this side. I got to sweep. There we go. We did get our flowering ladies done today, though. So they are happier than they were this morning. Got that airflow going through there. You can see we watered the runoff. You want to get that 10 to 20% runoff to ensure that you're not getting the salt buildup and that EC spike that will cause your nutrient burn. Trying to take 206, but all right, guys. If anybody has any questions, now's the time to drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we are getting ready to head out. I've got to get my daughter ready to have my dad pick her up, as well as my son. But before we do that, I am going to run out and fill up the water so we can fill up the swamp coolers real quick. Give everybody time to type those questions into the chat if you got them. I'll be right back. Thank God my legs are stronger than they used to be. I used to fucking lug 1 gallon milk jug back and forth. Make sure we didn't miss any questions. Hell yeah. No problem, guys. I appreciate everybody showing up for the chat or for the stream and participating in the chat. It's nice, and we're starting to get a nice little community here building and growing, and it's definitely something I'm going to continue doing. And yeah, Saturday we usually do our educational live streams, but this week we may just get in here and do some more defol and shit. I haven't really done any research this week, just had a lot going on, so that may be the plan this week, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Excuse me. Give me just a second. I gotta fill up the flower room swamp cooler. Guys better not be messing with that cat. Luna, I hear you out there barking. Sorry, guys. Fucking the dogs have. Well, my sister started feeding a cat that is just a fucking stray cat, and it keeps getting into the yard. And we've got, well, my mom's got 3 dogs. And they're not fond of the cat being in the yard. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody who joined the stream today. Like I said, if you guys know anybody else who grows, send them that link. We stream 3 to 4 times a week, plus post 1 to 3 shorts every day. We're always down to help anybody out that we can. You can ask questions in the live streams, the comments on the shorts videos, or get a hold of me on Instagram or Facebook. Everywhere is at the Green Corner Pod. If you know of anybody who, if you know of any musicians who want to be featured on the channel, have them email me at thegreencornerpod@gmail.com. Let's see, anything else? Oh, if you guys are looking for merch, we've got stickers as well as shirts and hats at thegreencorner.site. All kinds of shit there, so check that out. Again, I appreciate everybody who showed up for the stream. Thank you so much. Remember, always be growing.